time comes, don't postpone it. When others doubt.
All right, welcome to another Art Talk. So today I wanted to talk about the first step to succeed. And what that is your willingness to just try something and do something every day in order just to, through exploration and just learning something new. And that's really just all it takes. I mean, it's not this big mystical idea of what it's going to take for me to sort of become better at what I do, other than just that thing of just, hey, there's something that I don't understand. There's something that I want to just try to figure out. It's just the real willingness. And it's like more than anything, it's more than just someone saying to you, hey, you need to do this, you need to do that. It has to be your own willingness to do it for yourself. Because if you're not willing to do it for yourself, and you're not willing to explore, and you're not willing just to try this new thing and just see if there's that extra little thing you can do to keep pushing you to that next milestone, then it just oftentimes doesn't work. And then it just turns into, well, nothing's happening. And it turns into that nothing ever happens for me. And this is just the way my life is. This is what people have told me my life is supposed to be like. It's just all these different, again, just these noises that just start to just appear and circle around your head. And it's just that I was reading a book recently. I'm going to bring up on another Art Talk with the Artists Anonymous group, and I don't have it in front of me, so I can't remember the title of it. But they talked about just the emptying the trash in your brain. Is the idea is that there's just that trash in your brain. It gets filled up. And I remember every time I was doing workshops, I'm doing a slide and I'm showing people a slide of just a trash can, because that's what it is, just filled with all this stuff and this noise. And whether it's politics, whether it's this reality show, whether it's this person, whether it's this, that, all these other things that are in there, relatives, again, anything, all these different noises just piled up. There's no room. There's no room. There's no empty space. There's no empty can for you just to be able to just allow new things to just start coming in and saying that I'm willing to try this. I'm willing just to keep learning something new every day about something that I don't know yet. And I think that's part of what makes this journey exciting, because it's not all going to just happen for you. And I think that's a very important thing to truly think about and understand, that it's not all just going to happen for you. It's not just going to be this instantaneous idea and this thing that's just going to arise, or something's going to show up, or that job's going to come your way, but that's going to solve all your problems. It's always a piece by piece thing. And that's the way it's going to be. But I think as long as I'm willing to just try this today, hey, I'm struggling with this, I'm going to try this today. That's going to be just very important just for me to just learn about. And what I'm going through right now, what I'm experiencing, especially with the Silver Drawn Academy, is I'm learning something new. I'm making an effort to try to do something new every single day. With the Academy, I'm working, I'm tinkering around with things on the website. I'm like constantly in development. What can I do to keep making it better? What can I do just to make it easier for people to understand if they're having trouble? What are things that I can do on a daily basis? But again, it's not because, oh man, I have to do this and I'm so like, oh, here's this thing that I got to do again. You do it because, and the only way it's going to become successful is if you're just willing to do it and you're not forcing yourself so much. And I think that's a very big thing. It's almost like a bigger topic, which I'm thinking about it right now, that I will want to get into a little bit more. But I do want to give you just a kind of taste of what I'm like referring to, and it comes down to a greater purpose. Again, this is a whole different Art Talk. I'm just rambling here. I'm going off as I do, as my brain, is what my brain does. But I'm just thinking about the idea, I'm looking at just life in general. I'm always fascinated with life, truly fascinated with life. I mean, I observe nature constantly. I love sitting outdoors. I love sitting on my porch. I love sitting in my backyard. I love watching the wind and listening to the wind. I like watching how the sun just starts to move as I'm just sitting there, and I realize that, man, I'm spinning. Then I start thinking about we're all spinning, and I'm just fixed in this one little location in time and space on this little tiny planet in the middle of nowhere in my little corner, you know, just thinking. And it's this world is spinning out in the vast everything. And I go, okay, what's going on here? You know, we're spinning so fast. We're spinning 1,000 miles an hour. We're revolving around the sun at 66,000 miles an hour. We're traveling at 800 miles a second, you know, through space. And I go, what's the purpose? What's the purpose of life? There is no purpose to life. There's no purpose to life. There isn't. There's just like, here we are. There's just the acceptance of that we've kind of been here, and we're just on this never-ending journey as we're going through space. Who knows where? We're going to keep going long after we're gone. It's going to keep going. We don't even know how we got here. It's been here forever. It just, just going and going and going. So when I say there's no purpose to the life, it starts to eliminate the idea of, you know, what's life all about? What's the meaning of life? No, what there's a purpose to is the meaning of what you do in your life and what you want to do in order to succeed in your life and what you're willing to do in your life. What is your role? That's your purpose. There's no greater purpose, and that's my point. There's no greater purpose again, this is my opinion. I'm not preaching anything here other than this is just my opinion, that I just, you know, I believe in afterlife. I believe in reincarnation. You know, I'm very spiritual like that. And I just feel like a lot of trust in just, this is all kind of like figured out in some weird way, that how are we floating just through space, and everyone's got their own little thing, and everyone's on their own little journey and to make their lives better. So it's up to you. This is where you say that I'm on this journey. I don't know where I'm going. I'm just going 800 miles a second, but I'm here. So what do I want to do in this space that I occupy? What do I want to do to make me succeed in what I want to do? Well, if that goal, that drive, that desire, I want to do my own comic book, my own children's book, my own work at an animation studio, create my own films, do whatever it is, develop your own company, be an entrepreneur, whatever it is that you're teaching, whatever it is that you're doing. You just know that this is now you're forming your purpose. You're just starting to say that this is going to be, and it's not the purpose. It's a purpose within your life. Just one of the small elements of everyday stuff that's going on all the time. It's just happening all the time. You just keep going. You just keep going. But again, I'm going to work on this right now. That's my purpose. My purpose is to get better at drawing, you know, better at drawing males, better at drawing females, better at drawing action poses, better at doing caricature, whatever it is, that becomes your purpose. And it could be that purpose for the next 3 weeks. That's a good purpose. That's your purpose. That's what you're working. Again, I'm going on here. I feel like this is a whole nother art talk in itself, so I'm going to leave it at that, discussing purpose. But again, thanks so much for watching. Thanks for being here. And remember, just keep working on your assignments. Just don't feel that you need to just rush through these. It's through repetition, and you keep working on it. And you know when you're succeeding, when you can start doing stuff from memory, when I no longer have to think about, am I getting better at this? You know you're getting better at it if you can start to do it from memory, because you've just built up that muscle, and that's what this is. You're just developing a muscle here. So just keep it going, keep working hard. Again, you don't have to, if you can't be on something every day, you don't have to be on something every day. But if anything, make sure that you are showing up to the academy. Make sure that you are watching the lessons. Make sure you're showing up to the community. Make sure that you're sharing your artwork, and be sure that you're showing up to the Zoom sessions, and make that commitment for yourself. It's like, how far do you want to go in this life? What are you willing to do in order to succeed? And that is you taking the first step. All right. So have a good one. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. And I'll talk to you guys next year. Take care.
When your time comes, don't postpone it. When others doubt it out, you don't condone it. Truth be told, yourself is